Minit petang, seperti dijanjikan untuk hari ini hari Rabu ya. Kita di dalam zon Patah, Sayap, Bertongkat, Paruh. Cuma hari ini kita awalkan pada jam 2 petang. Kalau dulu memang kita on air 2 petang lah untuk Patah Sayap, tapi kita tukarkan ke 2.30 dan hari ini kita kembali pada 2 petang. Dan tetamu saya pada hari ini merupakan seorang rappers, seorang pengasas untuk Classroom. Kalau anda dapat lihat melalui Instagram beliau sendiri, beliau banyak membangunkan aplikasi-aplikasi dalam bidang IT dan juga pendidikan ya. Dan selamat datang diucapkan kepada Caprice ke Konti My Suara.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yes, hari ni saya dapat tahu Caprice kata dia tak berapa nak sihat ya.
Kurang sihat sikit lah. I woke up on the wrong side of the bed. My body's aching right now.
Okay, no, it's okay. I hope everything's getting better with you. Okay, untuk Patah Sayap Bertongkat Paruh pada petang ini, kita nak berkongsi dengan anda semua pendengar My Suara FM ni, kisah jatuh bangun Caprice sebagai seorang rappers. Saya rasa semua orang tahu kalau pasal rappers, orang tak nampak pun susah dia macam mana kan. Lepas tu Caprice juga pernah mengalami depression, dan lepas tu kini bangkit membangunkan aplikasi dalam bidang pendidikan. Dan saya rasa ramai tertanya dekat luar tu, kenapa IT dan pendidikan? Tapi tak apa, kejap lagi kita kongsikan dengan pendengar My Suara FM. Jadi untuk yang pertama ni, mungkin Caprice boleh kongsikan dengan pendengar kita siapa Caprice, lahir mana, asal mana, birthday bila. Saya rasa susah orang nak tahu yang tu.
You can Instagram me or Facebook me, but my name is Caprice or Aris Ramli. The reason why Caprice ni sangat poyo because my parents are diplomats. Kerja bawa Usman Putra. So working for the Malaysian embassy. So dari umur 5 sampai 16 Caprice duduk kat luar. I was living in Jordan, Algeria, Paris, Venezuela, Italy. Just every 2 years kita pindah, we change countries every 2 years. Bawa embassy Malaysia lah. So for that reason, that's why I have a very poyo accent. And I'm very poyo because of that. But then after high school, Caprice memang minat study. Tapi Caprice study khas for my mom and dad. Tapi sebenarnya Caprice memang minat buat music lah, rap music. So when I was 17 years old, I ran away from home, did music. And then that was the beginning of my music career, 17. My first song was called Lang Loy.
Lang Loy.
Semua orang play at time tu. That time I was 17, 18. My first song on radio was called Lang Loy, Hits FM. Semua orang play lah sama mak Melayu ni rap pasal Lang Loy. But to be honest, it's because all my ex-girlfriend at that time were all Chinese.
So that is the reason why lagu tu Lang Loy
lah.
Yeah,
and for me it wasn't weird. Most people thought it was weird. But the reason why I felt like it wasn't weird is because kan Caprice dibesarkan kat luar negara, right? Sekolah international. And all the international school, we don't care about race or religion. We don't look at race, we don't look at religion. We just look at the people as an individual. So I grew up not knowing and not caring about race or religion. That's why I came back to Malaysia. Man, the Chinese girls are the one that thought it was okay to be poyo. So, my first song was called Lang Loy when I was 18. But then that was the beginning of my music career. And after that, Them Girls, Fantasy Girls, Chikaro, Take You to Mars, What Like What Peace, Tata Habro, all, #1 singles on radio. And then I entered into schools and colleges. Sebab kebanyakan most of my fans at that time memang budak-budak sekolah. So Caprice pun start satu campaign anti-bully, What Like What Peace was one of my single Hot FM. And from there I just went to school, state to state, bagi ceramah tentang anti-bully and performing. Ceramah, perform for about 1 year. And then that's when I got my first hidayah to create a platform lah for IT. Yeah.
Okay. Masa cipta lagu-lagu, semua kalau tengok semuanya satu perkataan kebanyakannya tajuk-tajuk lagu Caprice.
Yep.
So mana dapat idea untuk cipta lagu tu? Adakah daripada kisah hidup ataupun daripada orang sekeliling yang membuatkan Caprice terinspirasi untuk menciptakan lagu tu?
Most of my music is very organic. Maksudnya macam satu benda berlaku and terus dapat idea, terus masuk studio. Caprice tak pernah masuk studio sebab nak buat lagu. It's always been like contoh lah lagu What Like What Peace. It was me and my friends, kita dalam kereta, traffic jam, and tiba-tiba I tengah cakap What Like What Peace, What Like What Peace, I say What Like What Peace. Tengah jam lah, tengah stress kan. Then my friend said, hey Caprice, that's pretty catchy. Why don't you make that into a hook? We went that same night, we went to the studio, recorded the hook, made the music, and the next day we released a song. Same thing with Tak Ada Hal, bro. You know, a lot of that time banyak orang macam tengah kecam caprice online. So at that time ada lah beef sikit antara a few artists at that time. So I'm just like, man, tak ada hal, bro. Memang tak ada hal, bro. Tak ada hal. Because my life was like that. I didn't care about anyone. I was not scared. I was fearless. So that came out because orang kecam on social media. I'm like, man, tak ada hal, bro. And then it became a song the next day. Same thing with Abang Gurau je.
Abang Gurau je,
I was bored, and then a lot of at that time I think Nabila Razali keluar single baru, right? And she was talking about how men are not loyal, macam lelaki tak setia and whatnot. But to be very honest, it happens both sides. Girls pun yang tak setia, and I can vouch for it. You open my DM, woo, my DM is filled with girls who are not setia. No, okay. Do not go to my Instagram DM, man. So that's why that song came out, Abang Gurau je, because I was just like, man, listen. You say boys not loyal, open my DM, girls are not loyal. So that's the song came out. So my whenever I make music, it's very organic. Macam, it had to come from something that happens to me, that becomes a hook, and then I just go to the studio, record, and then post it on Instagram. Yeah.
Okay, so parents as a diplomat.
My dad.
Yeah, your dad.
Duta Hantu Malaysia.
Okay, Duta Malaysia. Jadi bila Caprice masuk dalam dunia hiburan, apa say daripada your parents?
Man, I got banned.
Oh,
I got banned from my family for doing music. I think my whole family is kerajaan. My mom used to be a nurse. My dad is obviously a diplomat. My uncle all askar, police, JPJ. No one is in the bidang seni. So the fact that you got this one, that time my hair had long hair, cornrows, very poyo, and I told them I want to do music. Man, y'all mengamuk. My whole family mengamuk. Sebab when your parents kerja untuk kerajaan, kan kerajaan akan sponsor you punya healthcare dengan you punya education. Caprice pun seorang nerd kat sekolah. So memang my grades in school was very, very good. So patutnya dapat scholarship nak study kat mana-mana lah. Caprice pilih je. Sebab Caprice pun buat IB, International Baccalaureate. I did my high level English, high level French, high level economics. Tapi math and science I failed. But everything else was strong lah. Tapi tiba-tiba dari lepas study, score cemerlang, tiba-tiba nak rap. Memang family mengamuk lah. So I ran away from home. That's what I did.
You ran away?
I ran away 16. You can call 17. I called DJ Nasty from Subang. You know DJ Nasty kan?
Yes.
I called him up. I'm like, bro, I need a place to stay. I nak chow dari rumah. I want about music. So, chow. Stole $300 from my dad's wallet.
Berapa lama you daripada rumah then you come back to your family?
No, the thing is my family was meant to move to Venezuela. So the next morning patutnya kita fly balik ke Venezuela. I didn't get on a plane. I stole 300 ringgit. I told my mom I tak nak fly hari ni about music. So and then just ciao.
Then how long?
Until now. I mean until now they're okay lah. But awal-awal tu memang it was just
memang susah lah.
Yeah, susah. Yeah.
Susah.
I was living in
Okay,
Subang.
apa reason yang membuatkan your family tak nak accept you masuk dalam music?
Well, obviously, I mean, you study, you belajar kau seluruh satu dunia you dah pusing, you belajar kau. Then bukan selalu dapat family yang bawa kerajaan, and bukan selalu you dapat skor cemerlang and dapat sponsorship nak study mana-mana. So, bukan senang. Orang tak mampu nak pergi study abroad, tiba-tiba you dapat scholarship nak study abroad. So tiba-tiba you tak nak study pula. Siapa tak mengamuk? I mean, looking back at it now, I understand why they're angry. But back then I was like, man, music's my life. I'm out of here. But yeah, my family was not supportive for a very long time.
Are you happy now?
Oh, of course. Alhamdulillah. Now my mom's happy.
Wow.
Mengaji.com, smart surau, jihad in education. So my mom's very happy that, I can, survive and stand on my own. And now I speak about Islam and the importance of ilmu.
Okay, lepas ni sekarang kita berehat sekejap.
Sure.
Lepas ni kita akan nak tanya dekat Caprice ni, macam apa turning point dalam hidup dia yang membuatkan dia bukan 360 bertukar.
I won't say 360.
No.
Sure, I'm not that 360 hidayah moment nak berubah ke apa. No, I'm still a bad boy. But maybe 180.
Oh, okay, 180.
180.
Okay, kita dengarkan lagu ni daripada Alif Sata, Sesungguhnya Aku, My Suara FM, Citra Generasi Informatif. Dengarkan Patah Sayap Bertongkat Paruh bersama dengan saya Zahira Razi yang akan bersama dengan anda selama 1 jam di dalam slot ini. Dan saya juga buka talian untuk pendengar yang ingin menghubungi kami kerana ada bertanyakan pada saya. Baiklah, ini taliannya 03-2201-2593, 03-2201-2593. Dan jika anda punya sebarang soalan, anda boleh tanyakan kepada Caprice sendiri melalui talian yang kita buka. Dan juga anda boleh letakkan di fanpage My Suara FM soalan-soalan anda. Dua-dua pun kami akan bacakan dan kami akan livekan soalan-soalan anda. Okey, berbalik kepada kehidupan Caprice sebagai seorang rapper yang pernah lari daripada rumah, yang orang kata terus nak berjuang dalam bidang muzik. Apa your turning point yang membuatkan you sebenarnya rasa you perlu buat perubahan dalam hidup you?
I wouldn't say like a turning point where Caprice nak ubah diri sendiri. It's more like I was performing at Convent Bukit Nanas, CBN. Time Caprice tengah perform tu, Caprice perasan that semua budak tengah record Facebook live ke Instagram. Time Caprice tengah perform, dia tengah pegang handphone dan dia tengah rakam. So time Caprice perform tu, Caprice jam. Sebab diorang ni semua umur 12, 13, 14. Time Caprice umur 12, 13, 14, Caprice ada Nokia Butterfly. Paling best kita boleh buat is main Snake. Right? That's what we can do. We can play Snake. But now budak umur 12, 13, 14 bukan ada Snake. Dia ada Facebook. Dia ada Google. Dia ada YouTube. Dia ada Instagram. Dia ada access kepada satu dunia. Back when I was 11, 12, 13, 14, I didn't have access to the world. So a kid nowadays, kat mana-mana lah kat Malaysia ni, have access to the world at their fingertips. So I don't call this, I jam. Time tengah perform tu, I jam. I'm like, man, these kids are lucky. I don't call this a smartphone. I don't call this a smartphone. I don't call this a smartphone. I call this kuasa. I call this power. Why do I call this power? It's because satu budak boleh tweet, kawan I gemuk hodoh, tweet. Confirm ada satu budak akan sakit hati kan?
Yeah.
Confirm, right?
Yes.
Tell me that's not power. Tell me that's not power given to a 12-year-old, a 13-year-old, a 14-year-old. Tell me that's not power. So I had that hidayah moment like, man, you know, they love to hear me perform, but I have to masuk their head one day. I want to masuk their head to tell them yang sebenarnya in your hand is a thing called power. So use it wisely. So from that day forward, after Convent Bukit Nanas punya performance tu, Caprice terus buka syarikat IT. I said, you know what, I want to try to find a way to use technology for better use. So that was, I think, one turning point in my life. The beginning of my venture into the IT business.
Yeah, okay. Saya rasa ramai kat luar sana tahu tau. Caprice buat classroom.
Tapi sebelum classroom.com tu,
ada lain.
ada Jiffy.
Jiffy
ni ialah satu platform kita buat educational games. I apply for SKMM, MCMC, dia orang bagi I grant $500,000. So we build games, math games, science games, English games. Untuk orang belajar sambil main lah. Syarikat tu fail. It failed miserably. We crashed, we went broke. But then one day I came out with a better idea, classroom, which is online tuition. We built it in about 1 year. After 1 year, kita jual kepada Johor Corp for about 2.5 million. And the rest was history.
And the rest was
history.
Okay. So dalam classroom kan, sebenarnya apa fokus Caprice melalui classroom? Sebab saya nampak kalau orang nak belajar macam tutor lah, dia sebagai tutor. So kalau orang nak belajar whatever subject or whatever tajuk, boleh cari dekat dalam tu.
So the idea of classroom came about when time Caprice tengah buat tour kat KL punya sekolah, bagi ceramah and perform. Kebanyakan budak-budak KL ni dia orang minat cikgu dekat Ampang Point. Ilmu studio dengan math clinic. So dia orang selalu puji tuition cikgu ni. Cikgu tuition ni memang gempak. Kakak dia dapat straight A lah, abang dia dapat ASPM lah. So Caprice pun terkejut lah. I said I want to meet this cikgu. So I pergi Ampang Point, jumpa cikgu cemerlang ni, cikgu tuition lah. I'm like, wah, cikgu ni memang menarik and gempak. Tapi kalau I dekat Johor ke, kat Sabah ke, kat Sarawak, I tak ada access kepada cikgu-cikgu kat Ampang Point ni. So I rakam je video dia orang tengah ajar tu. Rakam. I upload kat classroom. I said, guys, you can learn PT3, SPM, all subjects for only 35 ringgit a month. All subjects. 35 ringgit a month. Cikgu cemerlang, all subjects, 35 ringgit a month. The cheapest in the country. Yeah. This went viral. And now people in Sabah was learning from cikgu-cikgu from Ampang Point. People from Johor was learning from cikgu-cikgu kat Ampang Point tu, yang cemerlang.
Yang cemerlang tu. Wow.
That was just an idea for fun. We did it for fun. It just went viral among students. And lepas tu, a lot of students and parents puji the cikgu yang ajar orang tuition tu. And then we got the results and then the rest was history.
So masa nak jual kepada Johor Corp tu, ada pembaharuan ke, ada penambahan ke yang Caprice lakukan untuk classroom tu?
We added more subjects.
Okay.
We added more teachers. And then Johor Corp bought it, and then it became kalau you buka e-classroom.com sekarang, it's called e-learning Johor.
E-learning Johor.
Because the Menteri Besar of Johor supports a lot of students yang tak mampu pergi tuition. He sponsors a lot of students to belajar and score for their PT3 and SPM, which is very good.
Okay, dan yang paling baru ni ada buat mengaji.com.
Mengaji.com, yep.
Yes, surah ada dekat dalam tu, doa dan sebagainya.
Harian.
Even saya pun downloaded it.
Alhamdulillah, thank you. So that happened after I saw classroom kepada Johor Corp. Caprice, I fell into a very deep depression. It was a pretty dark moment in my life where lepas Caprice jual classroom kepada Johor Corp tu, kebanyakan orang fikir Caprice ni dah sukses lah. Wow, dia baca berita 2.5 million ringgit classroom.com. So Caprice, semua orang keliling Caprice, they all assumed that I was happy and that I succeeded. Kebetulannya, I was far from happy and I don't feel like I succeeded. Why? Because after I sold classroom to Johor Corp tu, ada satu clause lah bila kita sign contract tu, Caprice tak boleh masuk dalam sekolah for 1 year.
Because 1 year after you dah jual?
After dah jual classroom tu, Caprice tak boleh masuk sekolah langsung.
Wow.
Sebab takut ada
okay lah, conflict.
I might be a conflict of interest. So I couldn't enter school for 1 year. So as usual, if you see my Instagram and my Facebook time tu, memang ramai sekolah suka jemput Caprice bagi ceramah, perform. So I tak boleh. I said, I'm sorry, I can't go. I'm sorry, I can't go. And I felt depressed because I felt like I'm letting them down. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I didn't achieve my full jihad yet. Tapi I dah tak boleh masuk sekolah dah. Tapi I nak masuk sekolah sebab I feel like my jihad is incomplete. So I fell into depression. In that depression, tiba-tiba my friends said, apa kata you pergi mengaji balik, pergi solat balik. So one morning I woke up, I Google, I type mengaji, and I saw the results. And then the results were like macam website yang dah mati. You type kat Google sekarang mengaji.
Yes, mengaji.
Website yang dah mati, Facebook page yang tak aktif, blog yang dah mati. So I tanyalah diri sendiri, mana semangat nak mengaji ni? Where is the fire for mengaji? I don't see it. I don't see the fire for mengaji. There should be fire. Sebab sedangkan kita kena mengaji sampai kita mati. So where's the fire, the semangat to mengaji? I don't see it on social media. I don't see it anywhere. Yang kebanyakan we see is orang-orang alim, event masjid, bagi ceramah, everyone with a kopiah and everything. Everyone is like Islamic. But I'm talking about where is the fire among normal people? There's no fire. So I type lah dekat Safari browser, mengaji.com. Website does not exist. I was like, what? It's not .my. It's not Jom Mengaji. This is literally the most expensive word on the internet. Mengaji.com. Website does not exist. If you type jodoh.com, jodoh, there's a website.
Yeah.
If you type makan.com, there's a website. But mengaji.com, there was no website. So I bought it. I had a bit of money in my account. I bought the website. And then I started building an app to help people mengaji. And yeah, that's how it happened.
Ya, lepas ni kita nak sentuh berkenaan dengan depression yang dialami oleh Caprice. Jadi kita akan berehat sekejap. Jangan ke mana-mana. Dan pada jam 2.30 nanti kita ada caller yang akan bersama dengan kami di My Suara FM. Kita dengarkan lagu ini, okay? Bersama dengan kami di My Suara FM. Sekarang ni kita ada seorang pemanggil yang akan bersama dengan dengan Patah Sayap Bertongkat Paruh yang nak bertanyakan soalan kepada Caprice. Jadi pastikan anda terus bersama dengan kami, okay? Hello? Hello?
Hello, yep.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi. Siapa ni?
Hana.
Hana. Okay, Hana ada soalan untuk Caprice?
Ada.
Okay. Teruskan.
Okay, thank you. Assalamualaikum adik. How are you?
Waalaikumsalam. I'm fine, thank you.
Okay. Right. Thank you so much for contribute the things that you have done so far. Kak Hana is so happy to see your achievement. What I'm going to ask you is, you have what you call counter depression, and then you step up again.
Can you repeat the question?
Can you boleh repeat soalan tak?
So you have a counter depression, and then you have step up again and make it more positive. So can you share more the positive vibe, that how you face your depression?
Do you listen the question?
Okay, yeah, can I hear? It's on your headphones.
Yeah, you can use the headphone.
No, it's not working.
Can you hear me?
It's not working.
Let's try again. Say something.
Hello.
Okay, I can hear you.
Okay.
Alright, sorry, what
Can
was your
you-
question?
Uh-uh.
Say it one more time.
Yeah, thank you so much for your contribution. I'm very proud of you.
Oh, thank
And
you.
In fact, I also share a lot of things with my daughter as well.
Oh, are you a
Because-
mom? Are you a mother?
Yeah.
Oh,
I
thank
am.
you. Thanks for calling. I was. You sound very young for a mother.
In fact, I'm sharing a lot of things and tips, and I always say, see, he's Poyo, but he's quite alright for Poyo.
Alhamdulillah. Thank you so
He's
much.
Poyo. Yeah, but he's Poyo. He done really well, so he's not like thin kosong when he says something.
Yeah.
He needs something like him.
Yeah.
Got very ballsy, and then Poyo memang Poyo lah,
Yeah.
but Poyo kosong lah.
Thank you.
So thank you so much. And Kak Hana nak tanya.
Sure.
Can you share more positive or depression? Because I know young kids nowadays.
Oh yeah. It's,
They have depression about can't afford, about sometimes maybe
bullying.
cannot be
study.
fit in, cannot be fit in society.
Correct.
So something yang macam taboo that we don't really discuss it.
Exactly. Yep.
So if you have a proper channel right now, and you right now as a mentor, you know that you're a mentor a lot of people now.
I don't realize. I mean, I'm starting to realize it, but I wasn't. It wasn't part of the plan. But it's a huge.
You're a mentor now, you know that.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I'm very proud of that. For
Thank
a young
you.
child like you're a mentor. So keep up the good work. But if you can touch more about this taboo thing,
Yeah.
and youth right now need more help, kita tak discuss about this a lot, do we?
Exactly, it's taboo. I mean, I spoke about depression last week on TV9. Even among family and ustaz, even the religious community, it's so hard to talk about depression among family members. Like kids can't open up to their parents because
Yeah.
I mean, among I don't know why, but among Malay families, it's very taboo. We just can't talk about depression or anxiety, and that's part of the problem. Kids have nowhere else to turn to, but that's why we are very open and vocal about it, hoping that kids can realize that they're not alone. There's a lot more people out there that's going through depression as well. Like when I went through it, my depression started because, according to my psychiatrist, it started like back when I was even 11, 12 years old. Because every you know how my parents were diplomats, right? So every 2 years we moved countries.
To
So-
fit in.
Yeah, but back
Yeah.
then there was no MySpace, there was no Friendster, there was no Facebook. So whenever I leave, let's say I leave Paris, I say goodbye to my friends for good. Let's say when I leave Algeria, I say goodbye to my friends forever. There was no way we could keep in touch. There was no Facebook. There was nothing. So I was building up it was like a build up towards my mental loneliness, if that makes any sense. Like I
Yeah.
was mentally lonely throughout my whole childhood, only because I had to say goodbye to all my friends. So
Yeah.
finally, when I got older, that mental loneliness adds up to anxiety, and then whenever I face stress or whenever something bad happens in my life, I enter into depression because I already have the whole mental loneliness built up from the beginning of my life. Now it's just a part of me, and according to a lot of psychiatrists, it says once you enter depression, you just have to deal with it sort of like for the rest of your life. It doesn't really go away. I mean, I've had it for over 10 years now, off and on. So it just comes back whenever it wants to, But
So it's quite fragile then, depression. Then how daily basis, you always have quite numbers of feedback. Sometimes you're very bossy, discuss hot topic in
Yeah.
your Instagram. So you have came across with depression, but how do you came across with all these feedback when people say something, when people
Good job.
say nothing?
Yeah.
How do you face it then?
the way if for anyone out there that's facing with negativity on social media, I have a very simple solution. It's called right click block. Right click block. Right click block. After a while it becomes fun.
You can always block it, but sometimes it does come now and again hits you as well. Then how you manage it?
Of course, I mean, I learned the hard way, but I tend to balance my life a lot more now. I try to play sports. I try to eat on time. I try to surround myself with good people around me. I try not to be alone as much as I can, because when you're alone is when you think way too much. So if you see me with eye bags, it's because the whole night I was thinking too much. So That's
That's normal.
yeah.
Everyone does that. People intend to think so much as well.
Yeah.
But anyway, thank you so much. Kak Hana, so proud of you.
Thank you
Keep up
so
the
much,
good.
Kahana.
And then my daughter, I always inspiring to say my daughter, look at this 4-year boy. He's 4-year, but something on him. So keep up the good work,
Thank you.
Adik, yeah?
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
All right, thank you
Okay.
Hana for calling us. Thank you so
Okay.
much. Okay, bye. Okay, Caprice, ada banyak tadi yang Caprice kongsikan dengan
Well,
Hana.
first of all,
yeah.
I'm just surprised. A lot of mothers follow me on Instagram now.
Yeah, yeah,
No,
I
a
know,
lot of
it's
mothers
true.
enter my DM. You know, it's nerve wracking. It's stressful because first of
Wow.
all, you come from music, and then I'm not like the nicest guy on social media. And I'm quite I'm quite known as a bad boy on social media. But ever since I started my jihad and do mengaji, a lot of ibu started following me on Instagram.
I also ibu-ibu.
Okay, there you go. See, a lot of mothers follow me on Instagram, so it's a huge weight. Macam for me, it's a huge responsibility because now I'm scared that I might say the wrong thing. You know what I mean? Or I'm scared that I might not lead the right example all the time because I don't think anyone's perfect, right? But because it's such a huge responsibility, I feel like I have to do more. Because moms are now watching me on Instagram. So even my own mom is watching me, like, carefully, like, okay, he's doing this mengaji now. Hopefully he gets married soon and changed and all that. But
Ada planning nak kahwin?
man, no jodoh yet, but one day maybe,
Oh,
She's
that
too
means
she's
he
too
is-
busy. She's too
so-
busy tengah jual tudung sekarang. So I'm like, all right, whatever. You can jual. No, I'm kidding.
Okay, that I know
No,
that.
I'm kidding. But no, first of all, I'm very touched to have a lot of mothers follow me on social media. It's such a honor to have a lot of mothers because mothers are the stairway to heaven is located with mothers out there. So the fact that a lot of mothers sort of follow me on Instagram and stories like this, like not many people know out there. There's a lot more deeper stories of mothers DMing me, asking me for help with the children and whatnot, and that adds a lot of weight on my shoulders. But I feel like it's just a huge honor, but also a big responsibility that I have to carry for a while. Yeah.
Okay, how do you know you berdepan dengan depressed masa awal-awal dulu?
Well, you don't know. See, when you're 12, 13, 14, 15, you just feel like you're being rebellious.
Okay.
Normal
Child, yeah.
15-year-old yang selalu rebel.
Teenagers, yeah.
Correct. But once you get older, you sort of notice the small things like your hands start shaking for no reason. Like people thought, okay, is your hand shaking because you're nervous to go perform? I'm like, no, I love to perform. Tapi the hands would shake for a long time. I'm like, man, this is not normal.
Macam Parkinson ke?
Yeah,
macam?
like just start shaking for no reason.
Okay.
But then after a while, I start realizing, I have anxiety and borderline depression off and on. So, yeah.
And then macam mana you mengatasi you punya depression tu selain daripada okay macam tadi you cakap ada your friend ajak you kena mengaji balik and everything.
But that was now. I mean, that was just last year.
Okay, masa
So
yang awal masa
nine
you
years ago,
teenagers dulu.
how do I deal with depression? It was just the medical way. You go hospital,
Jumpa psychiatrist.
you get your medication, ubat tidur, knock you out so you can sleep. That was it. That was my only solution, medical.
Your parents' response?
Oh, my parents don't know. They only found out. They only found out last year.
That means you pergi
No,
jumpa doktor and everything
Yeah,
sendiri
no
by
one knows.
yourself.
Listen, there's one thing about my behavior. I never let my parents know I'm struggling.
Yeah.
I never let my parents know when I'm sick. Even when I'm sick last 3 months, they don't know I was in the hospital. So I suka buat mak bapak risau. I just don't like it. I don't like making my parents worried. That's one thing about me. My behavior dari kecil memang tak suka nak kasih mak risau. Sebab bila mak risau tu semua benda petir semua keluar. You know what I mean? Hujan semua jatuh. I just don't like to make my parents worried. So they didn't even know. My friends know. My boys know. My family did not know I was having depression, anxiety. So.
Okay, since you dah ada pengalaman dengan depression,
Yeah.
so macam mana you boleh you nak cakap dekat orang luar ni, which is if they notice yang diorang ni ada depression,
Yeah.
apa tindakan first yang patut diorang buat?
I mean, looking back at it now, right? I know it sounds a bit cliche, but I wish I learned this early on. But whenever you're stressed or depressed or overwhelmed with emotions, the first thing you should do is ambil air semayang. I learned it really late. It's really weird, but it's true. I learned it very late. But the power of ambil wudu, something about it. Many times when you're angry, you just try it. I know it's hard. I'm not asking you to go pray. It's gonna sound like I'm a hypocrite, whatnot, right? Because but I'm just whenever you're stressed or you're down, you just try to ambil wudu. Just try it. There's something about water and doing something with your body that calms you down, that makes you relax, and that's the first thing you should do. Second thing is find someone to talk to, because depression gets worse when you are quiet. Bila you senyap, bila you simpan, benda tu akan macam makan dalam. So second thing you do is find someone to talk to. If you don't have friends, go to the nearest masjid. There's always an ustad available. Talk to an ustad. If the ustad in this one masjid does not layan you, think you're crazy, go to the next masjid. Someone's gonna layan you eventually. You know what I mean? But don't keep it in. Like talk to someone. Yeah.
Jadi itu yang Caprice buat.
Now, that's what I did. Now, back then it wasn't that easy. It was me going out with my friends, having fun all the time to ignore my problems, but it did not solve the problem. It was just a temporary sort of solution. You go out.
Caprice ingat tak
fun.
ada momen yang membuatkan Caprice rasa down sampai I don't want everything, I want nothing. Pernah tak ada sampai rasa macam tu?
No, not really. I've never been into like a severe depression where I want to give up. It was never like the giving up part of depression never entered my brain. It was more of like, man, I wish there was more to this life that I can provide. I wish I can do more in this life. I always feel like I have to do more. If you see my career in music or IT or whatever, if anyone that follow my career, I have this really bad habit of trying to outdo my old self. I'm always trying to outdo myself, and sometimes it's good, but when you're too obsessed with trying to outdo yourself all the time, you're gonna get tired. And then when you get tired, you're gonna knock out, and yeah,
Siapa individu yang paling rapat sangat dengan Caprice yang selalu be there for you? You depressed ke? You ada problem dengan your work ke? And everything.
I'll be honest. I mean, I don't have anyone sort of young I relied on. I mean, probably my ex-girlfriend before. They were there for me. But in terms of dealing with it, it's mainly by yourself. Most people with depression, they go through it by themselves. But I tend to read a lot, so reading helps. I read too much.
So
I read
do
a lot.
you agree kalau you depressed or you are in problem, you have to deal with yourself before you go to other people?
No, you have to go. You have to mix around and talk to people. But eventually, that battle is for you alone.
Okay.
That people get this. Ada pernah yang Caprice, I would share it with my friends all the time about my depression. Sampai tahap dia orang macam dah bosan dah. So they're like, man, Caprice, we can nasihat you to go pray, solat. We can nasihat you to go mengaji. We can nasihat to go have fun. Tapi at the end of the day, you still have to deal with it by yourself. So you sendiri kena lagi kuatkan diri you. You have to be stronger. You have to have thicker skin. That is just part of growing up with depression or anxiety. You just have to be stronger by yourself. You have to sort of work out. Dia macam pergi gym. If you pergi gym hari-hari, you get buffer and buffer and buffer.
Yes.
So same thing with depression. You have to fight depression one day at a time, and then you get stronger and stronger and stronger. Eventually, you get to a point where you sort of know how to deal with, small version of depression. Yeah.
Okay, ni ada soalan lagi daripada
Sure.
pendengar ni. Katanya Caprice free ke bulan 3 nak jemput talk program?
Sure, inshallah, free. Then
Okay.
call my PA, Aiman.
Yeah, boleh cari dekat Instagram Caprice sebenarnya.
I forgot his phone number. But look for my PA, Aiman.
Yeah, Aiman.
He can assist.
Okay, nanti saya akan tinggalkan kontak dekat situ. Nanti anda boleh kontak terus dengan Cik Aiman untuk dapatkan Caprice.
Yeah.
Dan kita akan berehat sekejap.
Okay.
Lepas ni kita bercerita tentang masa depan pula. Jadi jangan ke mana-mana, terus bersama dengan kami. Kita dengarkan lagu ni daripada Dua Lipa, New Rules. My Suara FM, Citra Generasi Informatif. Di dalam segmen terakhir untuk Patah Sayap Bertongkat Paruh. Sekejap je nak ke pukul 3 petang dah ni. Dan tadi kita dah banyak dah cerita sebenarnya yang Caprice kongsikan dengan anda. Dan sekarang ni untuk masa depan. Apa perancangan masa depan yang...
Masa depan kahwin. No, I'm kidding.
Kahwin, everybody nak kahwin.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. So you ada target?
To kahwin?
Yes.
No, no, a long way to go. First thing, I'm expanding my jihad. Tahun ni, we're building a thing called Smart Surau. This was inspired by my trip to the surau.
Okay.
Sebenarnya Caprice jarang pergi solat dengan my staff. So a few months ago, waktu Zuhur, I tiba-tiba ikut I punya staff nak pergi solat lah. Dia orang pun terkejut asal bos nak ikut pergi solat. Tak pernah kan. So I went to the surau for Zuhur. Keadaan surau was very becak.
Mm-hmm.
and then it was smelly.
Mm-hmm.
And then the sleeper all with trouble, and then the environment was empty, kosong. It was, and I asked myself, man, bila tengah solat tu macam it doesn't feel right. Something in my heart tells me it doesn't feel right. Something I don't feel good about this. Why? Because bila kita nak jumpa menteri atau bila kita nak jumpa businessman, kita akan pakai smart, and then tempat meeting tu akan lawa, bersih. Tapi kita nak pergi meeting dengan Tuhan, tapi the environment for this meeting is not respectable of the meeting with the most important, the most merciful, the most forgiving, the most yang dengan kita punya doa. So I asked myself, if you look at times have changed. We have smartphones. 30 years ago there was no smartphone. Then we have the concept of smart homes. Sekarang orang buat new concept of rumah smart, smart homes. And then you have the smart cars. You have like Tesla, whatnot. So I asked myself, why don't we have smart surau? Why don't we find a way to make the surau more, use design, use some innovation to make it more inviting, so that people bukan nak pergi surau saja untuk solat, tapi untuk kalau dia stress, dia cari surau. Kalau dia depressed, dia pergi cari surau. Because we built some software and some artificial intelligence inside the surau itself. So I went back to my home. I started drawing. I started designing. Made a few phone calls, and then we started building the smart surau.
So the first one is in?
We'll be announcing it in March.
Wow.
We will announce the location. So
Okay.
we're actually building the first one here in Malaysia, and hopefully after that we build more and build more. But that's the plan for this year.
For this
The
year.
smart surau, and then one more app that I can't announce yet. That's gonna push the masjid to a different level.
Wow.
Put pressure on them, because for me, I'll talk about it when the time comes. But
Yeah.
yeah, and then we have
I
the
know.
app called Rajin. I know everyone's asking about Rajin. It's an
Rajin app,
untuk
yes.
orang budak sekolah or college cari kerja and offer kerja.
Yes.
The app is delayed for another 3 more weeks. But during tests, there was a lot of bugs. So that app is coming out in about 3-4 weeks.
So
from
that
now.
means kalau orang nak cari kerja, masuk dekat dalam Rajin
app.
tu,
Yeah.
Rajin app,
They can look for different type of jobs yang orang tengah offer. Errand ke, tolong beli makanan ke.
Okay, if let's say
all
kalau
kinds of jobs,
kalau
odd
I
jobs.
nak cari pekerja,
Okay, interns
Okay.
or pekerja. Boleh je. You go to Rajin, you type Suara FM looking for stuff, post, and semua orang in the area, student ke apa akan
so for now it's delayed
apply.
for 3 weeks.
Delayed for 3 more weeks. Inshallah after that we'll release it on Android and iOS.
Okay. So jadi kepada anda semua yang mana mengikuti perkembangan Caprice sendiri melalui Instagram, anda boleh lihat selain daripada awal-awal dulu ada GV, ada Classroom, and then now ada Smart Surau for this year, ada mengaji.com, which is mengaji.com is for you yang nak belajar mengaji. Ada banyak doa dalam tu. Even anda boleh pergi ke Google Play, anda boleh download apps mengaji.com. Betul?
Correct. Mengaji.com, iOS and Android.
And
Download
then
it now.
kalau nak tunggu Smart Surau tu bila? March?
March will announce the Smart Surau where it's going to be.
Okay, sama-sama kita kena nantikan. Okay, for today, thank you so much for
Thanks
being
for having me. Thank you.
our guest, dan juga terima kasih sebab banyak kongsikan dengan pendengar kita ni, dan juga terima kasih kepada caller yang call kita tadi untuk bercakap berkenaan depression. Jadi saya harap pendengar kita pada hari ini mendapat banyak manfaat ya daripada apa yang Caprice kongsikan bersama dengan anda. Jadi saya akan tinggalkan anda untuk jam ini, dan pada jam 3.30 nanti kita ada talk show berkenaan dengan LGBT semakin menular ketika ini. Jadi pastikan anda terus bersama dengan kami di www.mysuarafm.com.